Human rights, discrimination against women. What is discrimination? It is when a person is treated differently, negatively, because of some aspect of their identity, such as race, age, disability, or in this case, because they are women. What roles do women mostly play in your society? Some common stereotypes you may hear could be that women cook and clean, do housework, stay home and raise children, or that they are weak. These are just a few of the many assumptions made about women. What roles do men mostly play in your society? Some common stereotypes you may hear could be that they are strong or dominant, the breadwinners of the house, the providers for their family, and that they don't do household chores. These are just a few assumptions made about men. We will see in this video why women and men are expected to perform different roles and responsibilities, when in fact both genders are capable of performing any of these tasks, what causes these distinctions, what the consequences are, and what we can do to reduce or eliminate them. Women are discriminated against in many different areas of their lives. This could be at school, in the workplace, in medical facilities, social class, and so on. A few causes we've identified for discrimination against women are uneven access to education, cultural practices, poverty, and societal mindsets.
UNESCO estimates that around 130 million females aged 6 to 17 are out of school, and around 50 million primary school-aged girls will likely never enter a classroom in their lifetime. Cultural practices play a big role in gender inequality. Women might be limited because of their cultural customs. In most countries, women are assigned roles that are deemed acceptable by society, such as becoming a mother, housewife, and so on. To live, impoverished families are forced to resort to child labor. Many of these youngsters are invisible, meaning they are out of sight and beyond the reach of the laws that are supposed to protect them. Girls who provide care for their families or labor in the home are possibly the most unnoticed. This is evidence that females account for the majority of child laborers around the world, spending long days in tough working conditions rather than in the classroom where they belong. From a very young age, boys and girls are taught different gender roles that are considered acceptable in society. They observe that women are valued less than men. Such behaviors from childhood are adopted and continue into adulthood. For example, girls are directed more towards arts and crafts, helping out around the house, playing with dolls, playing dress-up, etc., whereas boys are taught to play sports or video games and so on.
As a result of these issues, women are subjected to obstacles such as child marriage, domestic violence, employment segregation, and women's safety. Cultural norms such as child marriage may prevent girls from completing their education. As a result, they are forced to drop out of school to carry out these responsibilities. According to the statistics, girls who do not attend school are 3 times more likely to marry before the age of 18 than girls who have completed secondary school or above. Therefore, they will be more vulnerable to poverty and teen pregnancy as they are uneducated and unable to provide for themselves. Women are considered to be valued less and inferior to men, which leads to domestic violence. About 84% of women are at risk of domestic abuse, and each year 2 million females are emotionally, physically, and/or mentally injured by their partners. Gender-based employment segregation refers to the inequality in the distribution of women and men across different occupational categories. This means that men have a higher chance of succeeding than women do. They get paid more even if the woman put the same amount of hours and effort, if not more, into the job. Women are likely to have a lower chance of getting positions and promotions. They are always seen to be placed at the bottom no matter how much endeavor they put into their work. Females in general face fear and various forms of sexual violence in public spaces, ranging from unwanted sexual remarks and gestures to rape and femicide. It occurs on public streets, in and around public transportation, schools, workplaces, public restrooms, water and food distribution sites, and parks. This reality restricts the freedom of movement of women and girls. It limits their ability to participate in school, work, and community life. It restricts their access to essential services, as well as their enjoyment of cultural and recreational activities, and has a negative impact on their health and well-being. Women are more vulnerable and feel less safe than men do. They tend to be more sensitive to negative information and appear to be more self-critical than men are. Women's being invalidated, silenced, objectified, and belittled has become normalized in society. As a result of this, women feel less valued. This undermines their confidence and self-esteem.
What can we do to combat these issues? We can make sure that all girls are provided with adequate schooling and the proper resources needed for education. Empowering women can also be a good way of promoting gender equality. This can be done in many ways, such as placing women in leadership positions, supplying them with more equal job opportunities, etc. We can also put an end to social norms limiting women's opportunities to grow and develop. Teachers could avoid unnecessary gender distinctions in class and around campus by viewing each student as an individual rather than dividing the class into boys and girls. Teachers can also serve as role models and demonstrate what gender equality should look like. This includes being respectful to everyone, regardless of their sex, as well as uplifting, encouraging, and empowering female colleagues. Parents could avoid limiting their children to certain activities based on their gender, and instead teach their children fair practices. This could mean assisting their children in reaching their full potential without gender norms and limitations getting in the way. Parents may also model proper equality in marriages by displaying and exemplifying healthy relationships that practice balanced roles and respect towards each other. Students could treat everybody as their equal and help raise awareness, for example through social media platforms. They could also stop competing based on gender. Now here's a question we'd like you to think about. What can you do or change in your daily life to promote women's rights and gender equality? Thank you for watching.